Hello YouTube, welcome to the garage. Got a new piece of equipment. Picked myself up one of the Topdon Tornado 90,000 chargers I've been seeing around on the different YouTube channels, and I was kind of impressed. I decided to pick one up. I got it on sale. The gentleman, Jake over at Automotive Diagnostics and Programming, had a promo code. I guess he's an affiliate with Topdon, from what I understand, but I'm not affiliated with anybody. But he had a promo code, and I got 10% off. It's normally $750 for that, and I got it for like what, $675, somewhere around there. But I've been wanting something with a stable power supply because I don't have anything like that. And just so you know, this is a remake of the first part of this entire video. What do you call it? The software, my editing software. That's it. Ate the first chunk of video, so I'm remaking it. So if I repeat some things that later in the video, please forgive me. But I just want to share some information, and I did some testing with this thing, charged a couple different batteries, and it's kind of wanted to show you putting it through its paces and some actually questions I had about the thing. Maybe some people can help me out and answer in the comment section. But as far as the charger itself, like I said, it's the Topdon 90,000. The power cord on it is exactly 6 feet long, and that's if you include this. Okay, this little gadget here, it has this runs on 110. They have a 220 model. This one's a 110 model. And the cord that's on it has the 20 amp plug, where one of the tangs here, the prongs, is 90 degrees. Okay, but kind of like that. Hopefully that's in front of you. So, but it's got an adapter in case you need to put it into a 15 amp outlet. Okay, my shop is all wired with 20 amp outlets, so I don't need this. But if you're somewhere where that's all you have, it comes with this adapter. But if you are charging where this thing needs a 20 amp circuit, you got to be careful, because you're going to start smoking extension cords and breakers and whatever. So you can run it on a 15 amp circuit, as long as you're not really demanding the maximum that this unit can actually put out. So just keep that in mind. All right, and the actual cables are real nice, heavy duty, 4-gauge, real flexible wires. It's got a temperature sensor in case the battery overheats. If it gets too hot, it'll stop charging. Okay, it's got really good clamps here. Okay, it's got on the cable itself, it's got a mesh protective sheath over it that, of course, helps keeps them nice and organized. But like I said, these cables are very flexible. I like that a lot, and they're exactly 8 feet to the tip of the clips. Okay. And another thing about it, it is fan cooled, fan on demand. Once it gets hot enough, its fan will come on, and it does have on this side where the vent is, it does have a filter. Just flip it up on its side, and if I can get a hold of it, there you go. It's just a mesh screen, and they said it needs to be cleaned every 6 months. But he said it does have the filter on it, on the side like that. Okay. And of course, when it comes, the cables aren't attached to it. The temperature unit just has a 1/8" jack that plugs in, and then it comes with a just a stud where the cables bolt on, trying to get this plug back in there. There's a little rubber cover for it. It's getting in the way. Forgive me. Here, let me get this plug back in here. Minor technical difficulties. Okay, that'll work. All right, and then it does come with its own little wrench. Here, pardon my walking in front of you here. Okay, I wanted to show you this because it just has this little wrench here, and I'd imagine they made this like this was so short so some ape doesn't come along and over tighten those. Okay, they're just up on the side here, but it comes with, you know, obviously the nuts and washers and lock washers, but it has a little wrench, and I would suggest you don't put like a 3-foot piece of pipe on this and break it off. I'm assuming that, you know, they don't want it over torqued, but it does come with that. And now that I moved that, let me make sure you can still see it. Yeah, you can. Okay, moving on. It's got a USB-B port under here, and from what I understand, that's the where if you need to update or the software or something that's in it. It didn't really say anything in the manual about it other than it had that, of course, the on-off switch. And when you turn it on, it's going to go through like a little self-check, and it'll show you all the different charge modes, and alongside here any of the warnings. The warnings are along here, and then it's got a 9-step charging process that goes through, and it'll list it across the top here. And then it's got, you know, the voltage there, the amps that you're charging at. This is the how long it took to charge, and then the charge capacity is what it says there is, you know, yeah, charging capacity. And then but it's got different modes. And again, you know, this might be a repeat later in the video because I've learned some more things since I did this initially. Okay, as far as the mode, you just toggle through the modes. Okay, it just keeps going around. You know, you got like your stable supply, and then, you know, repair, normal charging, AGM, cold. If it's 32 degrees or below, you need to use the cold charge on it. And then lithium ion. About the lithium ion, I bought this charger directly from the Topdon website, and every other, you know, the ones I've seen people using, you know, on the website, it's got all of these modes except lithium ion. It has boost there. Okay, and the owner's manual says right in it that this charger is not capable of charging lithium ion batteries. And I actually sent in a question to tech support, and I, you know, read their answer later in this video, so I won't read it again. But you know, it didn't make a whole lot of sense. So just want you to know, if you buy one of these things from the website, it's probably going to come with lithium ion capability and not the boost. You know, I can't see me ever using the lithium ion, but I also have another charger that's got a 100 amp boost on it. So I don't really need it, but it would have been nice to have it where it's all in one unit if I have to, you know, make a service call somewhere or whatever. It'd be nice to have that, but be that as may, I have a 20-foot set of jumper cables I carry in my truck, that if I need to jump something, I just use my truck. All right, enough of that. So, all right, and so yeah, I don't know what, you know, why the change. They didn't advertise it, you know, but just so you know, full disclosure, if you buy one from the website, it's not going to have the boost. It will have the lithium ion capability, same price, that kind of stuff. Now, as far as what this thing can do. Another thing that I've learned, again, I'll go over this some more later in the video, but so if this is redundant, please forgive me. I just want to make sure you kind of get the whole idea of this charger. And one of the things that I noticed is, as far as using it, what you do is once you get it on, I'll talk about this repair and norm when I get to it. I'll just do it that way. I'll just go through one at a time here. Now, as far as how to use this thing, you toggle through until you get what you want, which mode you want. And then the way you choose the mode is you hold the set button for 1.5 seconds. Well, maybe you have to wake it up first. There you go. I don't know what the deal was, but it says for 1.5 seconds. Okay, once it gets to here, you can choose 12 or 24 volts, because that's what this thing will charge. So you can use the plus to go up. Each time you hit, it'll just toggle back and forth. Okay, 24, or if you want, minus back down to 12. But those are your only two options, because that's all it'll do. But when you go into when you choose the mode, you hold it for 1.5 seconds. After that, you just press it. And okay, now, again, we're under supply. This is the constant voltage, steady voltage, and this is the voltage it'll maintain. You can choose whatever voltage you want. Whatever voltage you want it to maintain. And as far as on the supply, and let's see, I'll tell you here how much it can, all right. Let me find it. I want to tell you how much the thing will. Okay, on the supply, the default is 13.5 and 27 volts, but I had made some changes on here earlier. But you can go 11 volts to 15.8 and 5 amps to 90 amps. Okay, those are your choices. Okay, but so let's say if you just want 13.5, you pick that, then push set. Okay, the amps. How many amps do you want? If and this is the maximum number of amps. If the car is not drawing that much, it won't. It'll tell you how much it's drawing, but the maximum, this will be the maximum voltage and the maximum amperage you want. Okay, and then you can just push set again, and then when you're ready to go, obviously I don't have it hooked to a battery. Then you push the on-offs, the start-stop. Okay, and then as far as the next mode is repair. All right, now as far as the repair, I'll tell you what it says here it's supposed to do, and I'll tell you what I noticed on this. It's got a 9-step repair process that it goes through. It's got this fancy chart here, which means not a whole lot to me. But as far as what it does, I'm going to go through what it does. It does diagnosis. It checks the battery's initial condition, including voltage, state of charge, and health, to determine if the battery is stable before charging. And then it does, number 2 is desulfation. Uses voltage or high frequency pulses to break down the sulfates that have built up over time in the aging battery to optimize life and performance. Number 3, pre-charge. Starts the charging process with a low, stable current that gradually increases until the battery capacity returns 25%. This reduces the stress put on batteries by sudden surges. Then number 4 is soft start. Provides a medium stable current until the battery capacity returns 50%. Number 5 is bulk charge. Begins the bulk charging process based on the condition of the battery until the battery capacity returns 80%. Number 6, absorption. Brings the charge level to 100% by delivering small amounts of current to provide a safe, efficient charge. This limits battery gas emission and prolongs life. 7, analysis. Monitors whether the battery voltage falls below its target threshold. If yes, the charger will enter the recondition mode. And yes, number 8 is recondition, where it checks the battery status and then recovers small currents to improve the capacity. Number 9 is maintenance. It checks the battery status and brings the charge level back to 100%. Then the analysis, recondition, and maintenance will form into a charge cycle to keep the battery at full charge. The battery charger can be safely left connected indefinitely without the risk of overcharging. Okay, that's the 9-step repair. And also in the repair, it's got some voltage limitations. All right, under repair, let's go ahead and select repair. Hold it for a second and a half. Well, I guess I have to wake it up first. Okay, there you go. It seems like maybe it goes to sleep and you have to touch something to get it to wake up. I just kind of learned that. It doesn't say anything about that in the manual here. Okay, so when we get to repair, obviously 12 or 24 volts, 12, and then it has a voltage limitation between 5 and 15 is what it says. So, so we chose 12 volt, not 24. Set. Okay, so here, it has the, it shows the 15.5. But that's what, this automatically, it toggles the 15.5 and 5 to 15. You can choose 5 to 15 amps. Okay, so 5, 10, and 15. Okay, in repair mode. Okay, now what I found out about this is, I actually did a repair on a battery. Like I said, the first video I did. I'm going to hook this to a battery, and also in the manual it tells about how if the battery is below 8.5 volts, it can't be charged. And I want to make sure you can see that. I've got a couple batteries here that I wanted to do some, I guess you can see the meter. So I have this one battery I know is spanked. It's at 5.84 volts. Okay, that's a hammered battery. And what I wanted to do is see what this would do with a bad battery. Just one I knew was bad. I just wanted to see what it would do. So let me hook it up to it, and we will positive to positive, negative to negative. Okay. All right. So see, it's giving us the voltage of the battery. But watch. So I've got it all set up. I'm gonna put the start. There you go. All right. You see, it's not doing anything. It's just, it shows the 15 volts, but we don't have any current flow. And I don't have any warnings. It's not saying anything about this is a shit dust battery. Nothing. It's just sitting there. And it's the same thing I did, actually when I did this original video yesterday. This is what it did. But it does not show any of the 9 steps that's supposed to be repair. Okay, and so we know this battery is bad. So what I'm going to do is I'll turn it off. I'm going to take it off the bad battery. And I have another battery here that is not the best battery in the world. It was in my truck. I have a Dodge Ram with a Cummins 12 valve in it. And it got to where the batteries wouldn't spin it over. But this battery is showing 12.3 volts. Okay. But as I said, in repair, it didn't show that it was going through repair. I'm going to switch it over to the normal mode. Okay. All right. So I'm going to select that. Hold this down. Okay, 12 or 24 volts, obviously, it's 12 volts. And then, all right, as far as charging is concerned, you're supposed to charge the battery at 20% of its amp hour rating. Okay, most car batteries, they'll have a cold cranking amp rating. They won't have the actual amp hour. And the way you figure the amp hour of a battery is you take the cold cranking amps and divide it by 7.2, and that will give you the actual amp hour of the battery. This battery actually does show 950 is cold cranking amps, and it says 145 RC. But let's do a little math here, and what I'm going to do is, it's a 950 cold cranking amp battery divided by 7.2, and that comes up to 131.9, which that's probably what they're referring to as the 145 RC. Okay, but when you charge a battery, according to the manual, they want you to do it at 20% of the amp hour. So you would multiply that by 0.2 to get 20%, which is about 25 amps. Okay, so that's what you should charge this battery at. So, okay, so we're under the normal charge, and I think it went back to sleep. So we're going to choose the normal. Okay, 12 volt, set that, and then the amps that, oh, well, okay, excuse me, the volts, yeah, what volts you want to charge it at. So we'll go with 14, let's say, and then select that. Now you can set the amps, 25 amps. Now, okay, I'm going to go ahead and select that. All right, now we got it set up. I haven't started it yet, but you can see over here it has diagnosis. This is under the normal setting, not the repair setting, and I don't understand that. So let me go ahead and start this thing. So it's ready to go. We're going to push start stop. Okay, and I do have it hooked to the battery, but it's supposed to be in the diagnosis phase now. Okay, it's doing something. Now it's desulfation. Okay, that's what I don't understand. I was under the impression that was supposed to be under repair. And under repair, it won't let you, in the 12 volts, use over 15 amps to charge. But on this one, if you're just under normal, it appears to be going through its 9-step, repair, mode in just the normal charge mode. Because I chose, a higher amperage, so I don't understand that. If someone does know why it does that, please let us know in the comments. I'm gonna, have to put in another question to the tech support. But you see, this is going through the actual, repair phase. But so this is a spanked battery. So, actually this battery that's on right now is the sister battery to the one that was in my truck when I replaced it. So, and I went through this last night, and this morning, it'll show you the results. In the next video where I picked up, I showed the results on the machine here, what it was after it charged for like over 11 hours. Because this is a bad battery. See, and it's going through the pre-charge phase. Okay, and again, later in the video, I let it go through this, it's like under normal, where it appears to be going through the 9-step phase. I let it do that on a known good battery. So I'm going to stop this right here. I'm going to try to stop it. Okay, I guess you have to wake it up first. All right, so And you know, obviously you can go to, you know, any other modes here, but they all work the same. Once you pick the mode, hold this for a second and a half. Okay, then you 12 or 24 volts, you want 12, select that, and you can choose what voltage you want it to charge at. You chose the voltage of the battery, but what voltage do you want to charge at? We'll just leave it at that. You just push it one time, you selected that, and let me see, I was on AGM, and it didn't let me choose the amps. Maybe I waited too long. Again, I want to show you this. This is me learning the machine too, and you know, unless there's something wrong with this thing, I just kind of want to show you what I'm going through here. It'll let me, you know, it might be the fact that it's AGM. I don't know. There might be something different. So let's try this again from scratch. AGM, hold for a second and a half, 12 volt. We want that. We're gonna charge it. Let's say, again, I'm not sure what this thing just did. Supposedly, I'll try it on normal. Select that, 12 volt. I'm going to charge it 14 volts. We're going to use 25 amps. Now we're ready to go. We started it. Supposedly, the way the manual, I'm going to turn that off again. The way the manual says is each time when you select the mode, you hold the set for a 1.5 seconds. Once you choose it, you choose the voltage of the battery, 12 or 24. You choose the voltage you want to charge at. Hit this, and then choose the amperage you want to charge at. Then you can either push this twice or press this once and this once to start it. Okay, I think that's about all I need to mention right now, because like I said, I did show what, like I said, the sister battery looked like as far as the indication here, but I did that under the repair one. Okay, just so you know, like I said, the sister battery, I did it under repair, where the I just went with the settings that this had. It's a 12 volt battery, yes. Okay, and I used the 15.5 and the 15 amp charge, left it at that. I selected that, and then I did that. Okay, this is the mode. It said repair. This is the mode that I used to charge this sister battery. So right after I spliced this video together, you're going to see what the sister battery looked like after sitting over 11 hours, in this repair mode. But I said it did not go through the 9-step thing here. Okay, but then what I did was I used the normal repair on a known good battery out of a car. Well, it's still in the car. The car has been sitting for a couple weeks, but it's a known good battery. And what I did is, you'll see, I charged it, using the, I think worked out to be 20 amps. But you'll see that in the rest of the video. Again, I wanted to kind of salvage this video because it was just information I wanted to share. And instead of just showing you buttons to push, I actually used this thing, trying to see what it actually does. I've seen Ivan from Pine Hollow Auto Diagnostic. He uses one. You see, said Jake from Automotive Diagnostics and Programming. A lot of people use this, and I was pretty impressed with it. But now I got my hands on it. It seems like it has a few quirks, but I'll leave it at that. And I'll splice the rest of the video together and kind of just see what I did putting it through its paces. And again, if I'm doing something wrong, please share it in the comments below. That's kind of what I want from this channel, to just share information and help each other out. So I'll quit babbling, and I'll see you momentarily. Okay, we're back. Alright, I left this thing set overnight charging, and according to its little display here, the battery is reading 12.5 volts. Of course, there's no current flow. It stopped charging. Okay, it took 16.7 hours to get to where this is, and the rating of the battery, according to the machine when it evaluated, is 12.9 amp hours. Well, this is a 950 cold cranking amp battery, and using the formula cold cranking amps divided by 7.2, this battery is supposed to be 132 amp hours. Well, obviously this battery is shit dust. But there's another thing I noticed in the book here when it's talking about the display. Up here at the top, it's supposed to show you when it's doing its repair thing, you know, what stage it's in. And I didn't notice that on this when I was doing this little experiment. Maybe it's something I did, I don't know. Or maybe the battery, I know this battery is bad. So maybe that's it. You know, the first battery was only like 4.5 volts, and you know, it just didn't do anything. And this is another, you know, known bad battery. So what I'm going to do is I have a car that's been, you know, it has a known good battery in it. So I'm going to you know, take the charger and hook it up to it, and see if it's, you know, the fact that I'm using bad batteries, or is it something that I'm missing. So I'm going to get this figured out. I'll get you set up with the car that has the known good battery in it, and see if I can figure it out. Okay, now we have the charger hooked to a known good battery. It's reading 12.6 volts. Double check. Yep. Verify. That's correct. Okay, and this battery's got 850 cold cranking amps, which works out to, it's at 118 amp hour battery, and it says at 20% to charge it'd be 23.6, or anywhere between 20 and 25 amps to charge. And been reading through the manual more, learning some more stuff, and so I want to, you know, basically start from the beginning on all of these different modes. Learned a little more, and I want to make sure that I have it down correct. Okay, like I said, when it's in the repair mode, there's it's supposed to show at the top here what mode it's in, and then there's on the side there's warnings, you know, over voltage, over temperature, short circuit, overcharge, and reverse polarity. When you first turn the thing on, it does go through a self-check, and you can see all of those screens, those things on it. See, it's got all of them on there, so I know that works. Okay, so we're back to our battery, and as far as the, I'm going to go through the different modes here. It's hard to see with the in the sun here. Let me. Now on the supply, it says, you know, so once you choose it, you push this for a second and a half. Okay, then 12 or 24 volts. Obviously we're 12 volt, and this you can change whatever voltage you want it at. If you want it like usually 13.5 is usually good, and then what's the maximum amperage you want. You know, you can go up to 90. So that's the voltage range on it is between 11 volts and 15.8, whatever you want. And then as far as the amperage, it's 5 to 90. That's on the 12 volt. And then, as I said, once you, I just want to make sure that I'm running through the process correctly. We chose what we wanted supply. We chose the voltage, and then we chose the amperage. And then as far as to get it to turn on, I want to make sure that Okay, once you hit the set button to confirm the voltage value and enter the current setup, then press plus or minus adjust the current value to what you need, and then press the stop button. It does not say to press this again, so we'll see what happens. I'm going by what the, let me try it again. Okay. Alright, so I'm guessing, I said I'm going by what the manual says, but it doesn't appear to be exactly correct. I think you have to push the set again after the amperage. Let's like I said, let me do that one more time. You go all the way around just to start from scratch. Being sunny out here, it's hard. Okay, so supply, hold it for a second and a half. All right, 12 volts. It's like whatever we want, 12 volts. Set that. We'll go with the 13.5. We'll go with the 90 amps, and then I'm gonna. The book does not say to push this again. There we go. What appears that if you don't push this after the last setting, you have to push this twice. Okay. All right. So now we know. And then the repair. I'm going to go through it. It will be the next one. Okay, we're on repair. Make sure it's real sunny out here. It's hard to see. Okay, it's a 12 volt battery. I said you can do 12 or 24. And then on this, I said the reason I was having trouble with it is because it does have a range for the repair 12.5, and it as far as anywhere from 12.5 volts, and then excuse me, it says 15.5 volts. Okay, and then that's just a set voltage, and then you can go from 5 to 15 amps. So that's at 15. We'll set that, and then okay, maybe I didn't push it hard enough. We'll set that. There we go. I didn't push it hard enough. Okay, and that was in the repair, but I do not see the according to this, it's supposed to be showing you what mode it's in. Okay, let's see how many different. It's like 9 different modes it's supposed to be going through. Let me make sure it's still on. It's on repair, but it's it's got some current flowing, 15.5 volts, but it's not showing where it is in the process of the charging steps. All right, well, I guess it doesn't show you. According to this, it does. I'm going to turn that off. Well, I guess you got to hold it to turn it off. All right, it's off now. Okay, let's just go to the normal charge and see what that does. Okay, it says it's on normal. Let's select normal. 12 volts. Okay. And we can adjust the voltage. I'll just leave it there. Okay, now here, I said according to the what it says here, you want 20%. So we figured out what the amp hours of this. We could go 20 or 25. We'll just go over 20 amps, 20 to 25 amps. Set that, and then start. Hang on, I can't see what it says up there. Okay. I'm in the normal position here. Okay, normal. And now up here it's saying desulfation. Okay. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'll pause the video and I'm going to let this thing run and see exactly what it does. But it said, I know you can't see it, but it's on the normal charge setting, but it's showing up here desulfation. It's not, and according to what the manual says, when you're in repair, it should go through that. Okay, now it's doing. It changed. It's going pre-charge. Okay. Let me see. Let me go through the list here. Yeah, it didn't show diagnosis. It did show desulfation, and now it's pre-charge. Okay, it was supposed to do this under the repair. And this is it's a relatively new battery, so it shouldn't be too bad. So, but it's on the pre-charge, which says it starts charging process at low stable current, gradually increases until the battery capacity returns 25%. This reduces the stress put on batteries by sudden surges. Okay. Well, I said I'm going to pause the video. You don't need to watch this go through it. I want to see what it does. I said, according to the manual, it's supposed to be doing this under the repair. Okay, now it's soft start. Yep, that's the next one. This battery, this vehicle, it's been sitting for a couple weeks. It hadn't been run a whole lot, so but the battery's still got plenty of charge on it. I mean, it's not completely topped up, so it's doing something. That's called the soft charge. Okay, the soft start provides a medium stable current until the battery capacity returns 50%. Okay, well, this battery is definitely over 50%, so it shouldn't take long. Like I said, with this battery, this charger, when I bought it off of Topdon's website, so it it showed that it had boost on it. Well, the manual even says that it does not charge lithium-ion batteries, but this has a lithium-ion selection there, but no boost. I'm going to have to look and see what order these are in on the previous model that does have boost. Maybe where normal is. Let's see, what's it doing now? Hard for me to see. It's absorption. Brings the charge level to 100% by delivering small amounts of current. Yeah, just 4.6 amps. Okay. Provides safe, efficient charge. This limits battery gas emissions and prolongs life. How about that? Okay. So that's what it's doing. And then after this, it should do analysis. But like I was saying, I'm going to see what order these are in on the previous model. I did get an email back from them. See if maybe you can decipher what they said. Let me get that email pulled up. Okay, let me find it. Let me find it. What's that doing that? It's still doing the same thing. All right, let me find that email. Come on. I know it's here somewhere. You still watching that? Keep an eye on it for me. Ah, here it is. Okay, this was the response from Topdon. Sorry about the confusion. The first few thousand units did not come with the lithium-ion mode, so we did not advertise it as having this feature or compatibility. Didn't say anything about not having boost on it or anything like that. I don't know. And I replied to them to ask for a clarification about the boost. It's just so it doesn't list it on there, but does this thing have boost capability anywhere? It doesn't look like it, but then again, it appears that where it said repair, obviously the settings that it limited me to are correct. And then on the normal charge, it allowed me to adjust the voltage and amperage above 15 amps the repair, but it's actually showing that it's going through the repair process. I don't know, maybe that's the way it does normal charging too, I'm guessing. I don't know. It doesn't say in the manual. And as far as it says it does not, this manual says it does not do lithium ion, but it doesn't show anything about the boost. I would imagine if it had boost on it, you just kind of, the settings would probably be about the same. Whatever it was available, you could adjust the boost. I don't know what the maximum boost was that this thing would give. I have another one that'll do 100 amps. But I was, kind of hoping it would all be in one charger. This charger is a lot lighter too. It's actually surprisingly light. And the absorption, you see it's 13.9 volts. Okay, just 4.1 amps. This amp hour, I'm just assuming that is what the amp hour of the battery is. Let me double check. Charging capacity. Okay, this versus the amp hour, the 0.5. It says charging capacity is what it calls that. And it says here, if any error occurs during the charging process, the corresponding prompt will be shown on the display. Please disconnect the charger and check your battery. Do not charge again until the problem is solved. So that would be over here where it lists all the problems. But as it stands, it looks like this is just bringing it up to 100%. Like I said, this car has been sitting a couple weeks, hadn't been driven a whole lot. This is a 2001, the white 2001 Mercury Grand Marquis I've had for a long time. We've got a couple videos on this. This is the one I did the upgrade from the all plastic intake that was prone to leakage, and then I put in the one that's got the aluminum coolant runner. I also did a fuel pump in this, so I got a couple videos on that. But I've had this car a long time. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to let it do its thing, and then I'll bring you back to kind of finish this all up. Okay, the charger is done charging. You can see it says full right there. Okay, and the battery's reading 13.3 volts. It took 0.8 hours to do that, and I don't understand the 2.5 amp hours. If somebody knows why that only says 2.5 amp hours, please put it in the comments, because I really don't know. It says supposedly charging capacity. I really don't believe that's a 2.5 amp hour battery. Obviously I'm interpreting something wrong. So if someone can help me out with that. All right, but now this is in the normal charge mode, and so it says it's in the, the maintain mode, because it went through the absorption, and then I saw it went through the analysis. Now it's on maintenance, to maintain. So if the battery charge drops, it'll kick in and charge up. You can leave that on there indefinitely. But I just don't understand, you know, I obviously it looks like that's part of the normal charge, you know, when it, you know, kind of smacks of what it should have been as far as the repair. But let me just okay, oh, I got to push the stop button. Okay, we stopped. Let's go to, let's push AGM. This is not an AGM battery. I just want to see what the thing looks like. 1224 volts, amperage. Okay, and you could just hit start from there. Alright, the cold would be the same thing, lithium ion. I'm just I'm not going to do anything. Up here it's saying diagnosis on lithium ion. I want to go back and just make sure I'm not missing something on repair. Okay, I'm going to select repair. Alright, you can 1224 volts, and it automatically, you know, that's the maximum you can do. Sorry about my arm. It's not letting me turn it on. Oh, there it is. Okay, it's on, but it is not showing what step it's in up here. I just wanted to verify that. Okay, I'm going to turn it off. Okay, so what I've learned, and hopefully have shared, that whenever you get in whatever mode you select, you hold this for a second and a half. You choose your 12 or 24 volts, press this, don't hold it, you just press it. Then you choose the charge voltage, press it, choose the charge amperage, and you can either press start twice or set once, then hit start. Why the repair does not show the repair process, but the normal charge does, I have no idea. And I went and looked, and the only difference as far as this menu here is the one they show on the website has boost, and this one has lithium ion. So I just kind of wanted to do some real world use of this thing. You know, you can show show what buttons to push and stuff like that, but I wanted to see what happened if you actually hooked it to a couple different batteries. You know, one we knew was spanked, the other one, I wasn't sure if you could save it or not. You know, it wouldn't really, like I said, it wouldn't turn that Cummins turbo diesel over, you know, fast enough to start it when I changed them. But I never did I never had a fancy charger like this to go through and, you know, all the different phases. I thought maybe that might help restore the battery. Obviously not. It was just too far gone. It was a real old battery. I wasn't expecting a whole lot. I just wanted to see what it would do. Just real world use of this thing. You know, again, I don't know why it appears, you know, what the discrepancy is. You know, this, you know, under the normal, it showed all the different phases, but it allowed me to choose my charging amperage. Okay, when in the repair here, you know, going through those phases, it appears that the maximum voltage they wanted to use was 15, you know, amperage. It was 15 amps, but it didn't show going through the sequence. I just flat out don't know. You saw it as well as I did, but like I said, I just wanted to, you know, show some real world usage. You know, I'm not going to send the thing back. I think it's a good charger, and it, you know, like I said, I really needed the supply. So I think it was worth it. I did get it on sale. It was 10% off when I got it. It was normally $7.50, and I got it for like $6.75, something like that. I'm gonna keep it, but I just don't understand. If I can figure that out, what the discrepancy is, I'll put an addendum down in the description box. But I mean, I just want to show you. You saw exactly what I saw. And if anybody has any answers, please share it with us in the comments. Let me know, is there something I did wrong? Please, teach me. That's kind of what I want from this channel, to kind of share stuff, and so we're all better off. But enough rambling from me. So deal, like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.